So my most recent project, what I did is I took my 3 ghost books and I picked out the most popular stories from each of those 3 books and then combined them in one volume, edited and updated them, added photos and documentation that I had discovered, and that just came out a month or so ago. It's called True Ghost Stories and Eerie Legends from America's Most Haunted Neighborhood. And it's available at local bookstores, Amazon.com, local gift shops. I think one of the most popular stories of all is that of a ghost they call the Lady of the Stairs. It's a beautiful apparition that haunts the steps of the First Church of the Scientists at the corner of 3rd and Ormsby. And it's a sad story because supposedly this goes back to 1918 when a couple was supposed to meet there and elope one night. However, the young woman showed up with her suitcase and she waited and waited and waited in the cold night air. And her fiance never showed up. She ended up going home late that night, chilled to the bone and devastated, thinking she had been abandoned. But it turns out he had come down with the flu. This was the year of the Spanish influenza epidemic. And the even sadder thing is she contracted the flu as well the next day, and they ended up dying and both went to their graves, never knowing what happened to the other. So they suspect that her ghost haunts this location, waiting for him to show up. She doesn't know that she's dead, basically.
Wow.
And that seems to be a story that resonates with a lot of people because the church where it's supposed to be is one of the more beautiful churches in the neighborhood, and it's a romantic tale. It's sad. It's got a little of everything. About a year ago, my 10th book came out, and it was a big coffee table volume. I paired up with a very well-known husband and wife team of photographers, Franklin and Esther Schmidt, and we found 50 homes in the neighborhood that opened up and invited us inside. So it's equal parts history, art, architecture, design. The homeowners shared their stories. We also did some research and included a lot of great history about the neighborhood and a primer on architectural styles and things like that. So this year it's May 24th, which is a Saturday, from noon to 5 o'clock. And 8 houses are on the tour. They're all from the book, and you buy tickets in advance for $20 or the day of for $20. And it's a very informal tour. Homeowners will be present to answer questions and talk to people. So it's a little different than, for example, the Holiday House tour. But I'll be on hand signing copies of the Big Coffee Table book and my most recent book, the America's Most Haunted Neighborhood book is what the short title is, and my other books as well. As of April 1st, the tour company I was involved with has relocated. We operated out of the Old Louisville Information Center in Central Park, so daily walking tours are offered based on these 2 books every day at 11 and 1 o'clock. We have the America's Most Exuberant Neighborhood Tour. That's a tour that introduces people to the architecture and history of the neighborhood, and then every night at 7:30 we have the America's Most Haunted Neighborhood walk, and this is a nice introduction to the neighborhood history as well, but it's told through the ghost story, so you can go from house to house, hear the stories of the hauntings there, and learn about the neighborhood in the process.